All right, I'm on the phone with head football coach Duane Crawford from the Ellsworth Eagles. And Coach, luckily 2 days they're at the end for the first week for you. And if you would tell us how that has gone. I remember thinking back last Monday, catching pictures of you doing burpees, and it's a lot of work, isn't it?
I'm sore today. I didn't realize it till I just got up out of my desk and walked into the lobby, and I'm hobbling along. But yeah, I try to work out with the kids a little bit during that, doing burpees and push-ups and our pyramids, which they run a series on the field. Actually, the other day we did just over a mile of sprints doing that. So you run to the 10 and back, and the 20 and back, and the 30 and so forth, and then work your way back down the ladder again. So we do those every day, sometimes twice a day. And it's been a long week. I'm looking forward to sleeping in tomorrow morning.
All right, so tell us a little bit about no practice Friday night because of rescheduling of the soccer game. They've got to go down to the football field.
Yeah, we're actually going up on. We are going to practice
okay.
Tonight. We're going up on the softball field, which is where we normally practice anyway. We go down on the football field on Thursday nights, and whenever we can get down there to work on pass game, because our practice field isn't big enough to do much of anything. So, practice game and special teams and that sort of thing we do on the game field as much as we can. So, but we'll get one more practice in tonight. A practice tomorrow morning on the football field from 9 to 10:30, which is just a walkthrough for Monday. And then Monday, and after looking at the weather forecast this morning, I'm not sure about Monday, but we're supposed to have a scrimmage at MCI. So we'll see what happens on that.
Yeah, it looks like at least down east, is showers likely, highs in the mid 70s, and the chance of rain of 70%. So hopefully, because that's important. I mean, a week from today, I mean, when you think about it, you've got an exhibition game against MDI down in Bar Harbor, and then 2 weeks from today, you're home against Mount Academy, and everything starts.
Yeah, and today is the first real day that we can have full contact. Or the first day we can have full contact. So we start real football today. Everything up to this point's been limited contact. So we have basically 1 day to get through all of our physical stuff, and then go down to MCI Monday to play that scrimmage, and then actually play against other teams or other players. So, there's a lot to do in a short period of time, and then you got 3 days you turn around and go down to MDI and play, or 4 days. So it all happens really fast, and there's never enough time to get everything in that you want to do. So.
Taking pictures yesterday, it looks like you're close to about that magic number of about 30 right now.
We're one away. So we can't seem to break that. We were 29 last year, and we're 29 this year. I think that, depending on who shows up. Actually, we're 28 on the roster that I just sent you. We had one that has dropped off since then, but since I did the roster earlier. But that seems to be the number we're kind of stuck at, and I was hoping for mid-30s, and there are a few players that played last year that haven't come out for various reasons. So I'm hoping at some point they may show up, and usually we pick up one or two once school starts too. So we'll see what happens on that front.
All right, and how has practices gone? I mean, it's a lot of it conditioning, but we talked last week. You've got a fairly large freshman class that are football savvy.
Yeah, the practices have gone really well. I mean, the kids have worked really, really hard. We had all but 2 or 3 make every practice for the past 9 practices. So everyone's put in a lot of time, and they were really tired this morning. I mean, they've worked really hard. You can see that they put in the work, and we're ahead of where we were last year. I mean, last year we were still trying to figure out who we were going to get to play quarterback because of injuries, and so we were still jockeying with that, and we've got the first 11 on offense, and pretty much settled at this point, and that's farther than we were last year. We've got a lot of the playbook in fact, most of our playbook in the first week. So So now it's just a matter of getting the kids used to that. So when you're going through the plays, it's not, stopping every once in a while to remind them what their blocking assignments are or where the back's going or stuff like that. And but last night's practice looked really well offensively and defensively. It's starting to come together. So we're happy there. But now it comes down to, okay, now you've got a live body lined up across from you instead of a garbage can or just somebody holding a puff. And those people are going to move, unlike what you've been working against thus far. So that'll be the real test is on Monday to see how much they picked up. And we certainly don't expect it to be perfect. We know it's going to be sloppy, and the teams we're playing are going to be the same boat we are. They probably haven't been playing against anybody other than Puffs. So it'll be, it's one of those things we just go out there and do the best you can for that first scrimmage and walk through it with the kids and on the field with them. So, they're looking forward to it, and we are as well.
Well, like we talked about last week, it's a lot different doing it in practice and then lining up against a 250-pound lineman that's saying nasty things under his breath to you and breathing on you when he hasn't brushed his teeth in 2 days.
Yeah, it's a whole different atmosphere when you've got somebody like that out there, or anybody when they're lined up out there. So it's and for some of these kids, we've got a couple that haven't played for a while, so it's going to be a learning experience, and then you have to get over the nerves of there's some younger kids that are playing, so you've got to get over that hump, and so once they get out there and get a little bit of contact, they should settle down and we'll see how it all turns out on Monday.
I was impressed watching your son throw to Javon Williams. I mean, there was 40-yard arcing, beautiful passes, and in practice last night. So I mean, it looks like the Ellsworth Eagles have the potential to air the ball out if there's some time afforded to that he can get back and set up.
Yeah, we probably won't have him do anything dropping straight back. Everything will be play action and sprint out. You tend to live a little bit longer that way to try to drop back into a pocket. But the play action stuff and sprint out passes and the running game will be, we'll use the running game to set up the pass. We didn't throw the ball much last year, and in fact, we probably went through it 6 or 8 times the entire season. But when you've got the Devin Wright in the backfield, that's pretty much all you need to do. So, right. So we have a good array of skill guys, and I think we're probably like most teams our size. We've got not a lot of depth, so we have to be judicious in what we do and try to balance things out and give everybody an equal number of touches on the ball so that we can keep them fresh. But we've got Jacob Shurey, who's a big kid, and he's anxious to get out there and see what he can do at fullback, and a couple good wing backs, Andrew Brown and Chris Fickett and Declan White, who should step up and do a good job for us. So we can spread things around, and then Javon, there's a split end out there who's probably one of the faster kids in the league. So trying to get him the ball in space will be something we'll need to do to be successful as well.
All right, Coach. Enjoy a day and a half off, and we'll talk to you on Monday as you get ready for the hopefully the controlled scrimmage against MCI on the 22nd.
All right. Thanks, Chris, and thanks for coming out last night and taking some pictures of us.
That's right. You can go to our website, WDEA.am, and meet the 2016-17 Ellsworth Eagles football team.
Thanks, Chris.